right, we're talking about V's in B's, and here it is. Good God. You were 900 quid. So what have we been doing? Well, everything down here is all happy days. We've got fresh belt, that's all good. We've got fresh plugs. All of that is fine. It's stopped dripping oil because the new filter in there isn't however many years old. But what's all this doing on the floor? Well, that has something to do with all of this. You might recognise we've got here refurb caliper. Ooh, guess what? One like that on the other side as well. But as our man was coming through, and he's got one done, notice there's a bit of pipe missing here. Yeah, all those lines were completely knackered, so hopefully that's going to be all right. I've got one of my most senior tech on the job, and he's pretty damn good at these kind of things, so I don't have any fear of that. What I am thinking, though, is given how... You see, here, you'd normally have something a bit like this, but how's about some sort of honking great open cone? I'll just ask one of our mechs to see if he's got one of them knocking around, and if he has, that's we're going to go in there. Hello, you. Hello, you. So, yeah, that is where we are at. We've got brake lines. In fact, if we look down there, look at that. 1, 2, 3, oops. So, yeah, we've got to get that done. There's a condenser in there that won't condense much. Well, it will. It'll condense all over itself, though. Of course, we've still got a little bit of welding left. I'll get our main man of welding to finish that off. And then once that's welded up, and these are all on, and that's all put together, this is going to send itself up on that ramp up there. MOT ticket, and off for paint, because good God, is that going to need some paint now? So we've got, that's essentially, it's getting a full lower half respray all the way around, and that's not going to then deal with, you know, my shit bits on this wing, for instance, which aren't nice, but what were you going to do? So yeah, full works all the way around, make that nice and pretty, including for the, of course, the scabbiness. Look at that. That is grim. But oh, God's sake. Honestly, it's getting to the point where I'm thinking this almost is going to cost about as much as an RX-8. But, all right, I'm struggling with the buts. This is going to cost me about the same as an RX-8. But then I never had an RX-8, and then at the moment, I can take that and I can drive it out there, leave it on the gravel, and then bring it back in 10 minutes later. Whereas, if that was an RX-8, you take it out, park it on the gravel, and then when you then come to take it back in, it's flooded, and you've got to spend 20 minutes unflooding it. So, maybe next time. Let's see how we get along. We'll get this one done. I'll recover financially from this wonderful plan, and then we might start getting other Mazdas. I'll have my MX-5. I'll have my MX-3. But then the other thing will be an MX-5 Fat Boy Edition. That's the NC. But with a Renesis rotary in the front. That'd be lovely. But then I've just basically said 20 grand right there. So I'm going to stop that idea because I'm already worried about this one, and that's not going to cost even 10. God, you are lovely. But yeah, this is welcome back to V6 World. Yeah. That's looking pretty shonky, but that's still better than it was on the 5 when that went, because obviously the chassis rail was the first thing to go on then. But yeah, there's your update on the V. It's going to be fit eventually.